You magnificent, focused creators, here you are in your bodies. And it feels like, oh, this is my time on the planet. And yes, it is, but it's not only your time on the planet. Everyone who has interest or has ever had time on the planet is sharing this time with you on the planet. In other words, it is a focused place of undulating becoming. And so those who have been here before, your mothers, your brothers, your children, your scientists, your masters, those you revere, those that you revile. In other words, everyone who has been, there's one of those. The reviler didn't like that at all. We're just kidding. So all are focused here with you. So for example, let's take someone like Jesus, someone like Einstein, someone like Martin Luther King, someone who was really serious about life when they were here, someone who was determined and sure and focused. Can you feel that in those three that we mentioned? There are millions, but can you feel that in what you know about, for example, those? So they are present tense, involved with you all. And they're not remembering what they did. They are reveling in what's bouncing off now. What's bouncing off now. In other words, where it's at for every creator is where it's going, what's becoming. It's never about what's been. There's just a complete understanding of the bouncing off place, a complete acceptance of what is, and a love of all of it. The parts you think you don't like and the parts that you think you do like, because all of it is the reason for the new bouncing off. So when you realize that this non-physical energy, so here you are in your physical bodies, but you are surrounded and intertwined with thoughts and experiences and landscapes and objects that you're focused upon, and even standing in places where others have stood, or having something on your mind, or hearing a song, hearing lyrics, finding a new feeling in lyrics. Is just endless all day, every day, of this intertwining that you don't recognize as intertwining because you can't separate yourself from that. You can't feel where you end and they begin, or where they continue through you, because it's a vibrational invitation. And so the we're all in this together thing really begins to take on new meaning. But this is the part that we so want you to feel fully, is that until you feel it, nothing has manifested for you. You've just been ghosted. You've been appreciated, you've been enjoyed, you've been revered, you've been blessed with the presence of. But if you're not vibrationally up to speed with the love that non-physical is, that's what's so exciting about being part of a conversation like this, is once you begin to understand that you are a creator and you came intending to be one, so you're doing it on purpose, and you accept the non-physical as not something that used to be or someday will be, but something that is, and then you allow the fullness of all that this non-physical is to be intertwining, cooperative component, co-creator with you. And then you begin to discover that you know beyond what you even have by earth standards the right to know, because you're intertwined with those who do know, and you're asking a question in a state of allowing, and now you fully know. And then you get to feel the reverberation of you manifesting something that non-physical knows, which means non-physical now knows that you know what they know. In other words, it just doesn't get better than being physically focused and consciously aware that you have co-creative cadre of source energy, liquid love at your fingertips, for you to delight in, for you to radiate, for you to revel in, for you to express, for you to describe, for you to feel, for you to know, for you to flood over fields of anger, for you to flood over fields of misunderstanding. When you know this, you can just look at a frightened child and know everything's all right. And you can set in motion a frequency that will bring that child to an experience where that fear will evaporate. You may not ever be around to see it, but if you don't care who gets the credit, you can do a lot of good.